Meteorologist Matthew East here with you in the Weather on the One's Forecast Center, bringing you your Friday edition, June the 4th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. And we have a midsummer-like weekend on tap. It'll have the look and the feel, really, of a July or an August type of weekend across our region as we go through the next couple of days. A lot of heat building, really, in a lot of places across the country. Let me show you the current watch warning and advisory map as I'm cutting this video Friday morning here during the 5 a.m. hour. And really, I showed you this simply to point out back here as you get into the southwestern part of the country, those are excessive heat watches that are in effect. In places like Death Valley, could make a run at 120 degrees over the course of the next couple of days. And by the way, at the same time, in the southern hemisphere in Antarctica, and they've had some actual temperatures, not wind chills now, mind you, actual temperatures at 110 below zero. So just sort of interesting what's happening on the other side of the globe there in the southern hemisphere. Now, let's get back to our weather. This is the radar this morning. You have some rain in the Midwest, into the Plain States, and an upper level low that's near the Gulf Coast, kind of centered around Houston. That upper level low slowly dampening out. Now, it's kind of reminiscent to last weekend, last weekend you had an upper level low in this general area. It wound up tracking up in this way, gave us all the rain and storms for Memorial Day. But all indications are this will kind of head down into the Gulf and dampen out, not play a huge role in our weather. But I'm a little wary after the bust on Memorial Day. But it looks like that that upper level low will dampen out. And here's a look at the upper air pattern. This is Saturday afternoon at 2 in the afternoon. And you can see that upper level low opening up into a trough of the lower Mississippi Valley. And by the time we get to Monday morning, you have a trough settling into the eastern part of the country. That'll put a dent in our heat and humidity. But boy, it's muggy out there for today. Here is the 70-degree dew point line right there. This is 65-degree dew points. So everyone very, very muggy here across the southern and the southeastern part of the country. Today, Piedmont highs into the upper 80s to around 90. A few afternoon thunderstorms will bubble up. They'll be most numerous when you get down toward North Georgia into South Carolina, back into the lower Mississippi Valley. The farther north you go into North Carolina and Virginia, the fewer the storms will likely be in number, of course, outside of the mountains. The mountains will see a pretty decent coverage of activity. All right, let's go to Saturday. Looks like highs warming up into the lower 90s, even some mid-90s in some spots. Only isolated afternoon storms on Saturday. Sunday, late in the day, could see a few showers and storms, certainly, but heat probably the bigger story on Sunday. It looks like a lot of highs trying to punch up toward the mid-90s, at least low 90s, but probably a lot of mid-90s on Sunday. But pretty decent cold front swings through Sunday night, and it still looks like we'll have a decent little respite from the heat and the humidity there on Monday and Tuesday. I'm going for mid-80s for highs both of those days. There's Monday, there's Tuesday. I think the GFS kind of overdone with this rain chance Tuesday. I've gone with dry weather for Monday and Tuesday, 80s for highs, and noticeably lower levels of humidity. But eventually, as we get toward the Wednesday through Friday time frame next week, back to some chance of some showers and storms and a little bit muggier conditions. Quick check of the tropics here this morning. All is very quiet across the Atlantic Basin. No sign of any tropical development here over the next couple of days. All right, that's it for this Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool, and God bless.